Meghan Markle, she was hit back hard, really, really hard. I'm going to be explaining to you the whole thing in a second. But Claudia Jordan, she spoke out. As we know, Meghan Markle's take on her deal or no deal stint prompted a fellow ex-briefcase model on the show to share her own views on the experience. So before I tell you how this co-worker, if you like, freaked out at Meghan Markle, really this is what she did, I want to tell you a few things about what Meghan said. The Duchess of Sussex opened the sixth episode of her Spotify podcast series Archetype, saying she left the quiz show after making 34 appearances as she did not, quote, like feeling forced to be all looks and little substance, end quote. So we know this is what Meghan Markle said and accused of this show, and saying that, well, they were very sexist and whatnot, and they called or made her feel like she was a bimbo. And this is exactly what she said. She felt she was being reduced, quote unquote, reduced. Wow, she was pulverized to the bimbo trope, as most of the attention was placed on how she and other models were looking rather than what they may have to say. Now, so this is what Meghan Markle said. Okay, so I set the ground for you to now to understand the response coming from this co-worker or co-host or whatever you call it. So, however, now Real Housewives of Atlanta star Claudia Jordan took to her Instagram stories to state not every single person attending the show as a model felt the same way as the Duchess. I'm surprised she said, or she called Meghan Duchess. She should have just said that bimbo girl instead of saying that Duchess. Okay. While stressing her lengthy response to Meghan was not an attack against her, Jordan wrote, quote, for clarity, yes, getting a modeling gig on a game show is not necessarily about your intellect, but for every show, the executive producers picked 5 models with the most outgoing and fun personalities, which Meghan lacks in, to place mics on who they knew would engage with the contestants. Okay, so yeah, and basically she's referring to it. It's not like, you just walk in and somebody is giving you that, role or that job. You really have to be somebody, like you really have to have some skills, like your good personality, being able to talk to people, communicate with them, and that's when you get this kind of job. So yeah, it is not like, you just walk in, even though it's relatively a lot easier work because, these things anybody can do, but you still have to have the nerve. So 5 people are chosen and they would go and talk to these contestants. Quote, and Deal or No Deal never treated us like bimbos. Guys, this is so important. Coming from a person who worked with Meghan, who worked at the same workplace, having a completely different point of view, completely different assessment about the whole thing. She said then, we got so many opportunities because of that show, Fremantle and NBC. Meghan got nothing, absolutely nothing. She got nowhere after doing that show. But these people, they're praising. They said, yeah, we got somewhere. We went somewhere. We did not look up who is the prince to trap him or look up, do a research to find his weakness and exploit on that. No, we didn't do that. We actually did something we are very happy about, and we think that we're successful, and we thank this show for letting us do that job. For Meghan Markle, no, this is not this has reduced me to be somebody who is nothing. And yeah, you are nothing. This is the first time, as one person said, this is the first time Meghan admitted something that we can all agree on, that she is a bimbo. Quote, that's the kind of opportunity that is what you make it. If you just show up and don't engage, then you will just get your check and not get much out of it. But if you show up and seize your moments, then there are no limits to what you can do with the opportunity, end quote. So yeah, of course, this is going to be a way where you can climb up the ladders instead of becoming a social climber, instead of begging people to come to your podcast. You can actually use your talent, your skill, if you have any, because Meghan Markle doesn't have, But if you have any, then this shows will make you that. This shows will give you that launch pad really to make a name for yourself. And all of the, I would say 99% of the celebrities, successful people, they started from zero. Meghan had this opportunity, zero, starting from zero over and over again. She failed to make it even one. So voila, you cannot complain. You cannot now come to the national TV and say, oh, I felt this like bimbo bimbo. You talk real things. You talk that you failed to become someone. You've talked that you failed to leverage this kind of TV shows in order to launch your career. Even you, I mean, with even the Suits, she failed. After the Suits, we had no idea, and we still nobody knows Meghan Markle unless they talk about, or you tell them, oh, she married to a prince. This is coming as a hit back, even though Claudia Jordan said, no, I'm not actually attacking Meghan, but it is being thinly veiled. To me, it looks like she did in some way attack Meghan. Maybe not very obvious. She was cautious with her words, which Meghan Markle lacks, but she did indicate that what Meghan said was not correct. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you in the next video. I will post the same video on my other channel. See you there.